Well, everyone, I've totally done it now. I've thrown away all my beliefs and everything I believed in with Football Manager. And I've finally decided to use a defensive tactic. That's right, boys and girls. We've gone full non-league. And it seems to be paying dividends. Alright, guys, here's the table. As you can see, we are coming 8th on 30 points. With the fixtures, so when we last left off, what ended up happening is with Bishop, Stortford, and Farsley, I initially went with a 4-2-4 attacking formation. And while we did win both of these games, it was not convincing at all. I mean, just look at the XG here. We were lucky to win both of those games just out of pure luck and scoring a few jammy goals. So after the Farsley game, I just knew this tactic wasn't going to work. And if I continued with it, we were going to get another 5-1 thrashing. I could tell. So for the Hereford game, I changed things up, and this is when I decided to employ my defensive tactic. And it was this match in particular against Gloucester where I knew that I had something cooking here, because we got a player sent off in the 46th minute. And not only did we keep Gloucester scoreless, but we actually, even after the player got sent off, looked the better team, and we were very unlucky not to score a goal or two. So from there, we ended up beating Russell 3-1. Pretty comfortable victory. And then Football Manager decided to, because of how well we were doing, it must have thought that we were going too well. So we decided to get FM'd at the most inconvenient time, because if you look at the table, if we would have won this game against Scarborough, we would have been in the playoffs, and we were actually looking pretty well as well. Especially since right before our match, South Shields had lost earlier in the day. So it was looking pretty up for us. And what makes this defeat even worse is we were 4-1 up at halftime. Well, actually, no, technically 4-2 up at halftime, because they had scored in the 3rd minute of injury time. And then, from then on, they ended up scoring 5 goals in the second half, 3 of which were like absolute prime Brazil worldies. That's how crazy it was. So, with that out of the way, we're going to be going on to the FA Trophy second round against, of course, it had to be Spennymoor that we ended up drawing in the second round, which is unfortunate. I would have liked to go further. I don't see us beating Spennymoor. I would have liked us to go further in the FA Trophy, but... Well, anyway, here's the team. Before we get into the team, I do want to explain the tactics I'm doing. I've decided to go for a narrow width with shorter passing, because the one thing I noticed is we're really good in possession, at retaining possession and keeping possession. But then we would play a ridiculous pass out of nowhere. It would get intercepted and we would get counterattacked constantly. And so, because of that, I decided, okay, we need a more shorter passing game with a more patient approach and just probing the area until we can find that ball to someone who can score. I also decided to go with low crossing because Overton, a guy who I don't think you guys have seen yet, Gabriel Overton, is in from Peterborough on a free loan. And so he's only 5'11". So the interesting thing about Overton is in the 4-2-4 I employed in those 2 games, Overton was awful in those games, to the point where it actually looked like he was going to be an immediate dud, because he was just terrible. His shooting was awful. It was wayward. I think he scored a 6-1 and a 6-3, I think, in both games. And so he was looking like a terrible signing. But then when I switched to this formation and put him as a center forward, he started banging in goals for fun. So let's hope he keeps it up. Now, this is the team. We've got Atherton in goal. White at left back because Lindsay decides whenever he wants to go to Jamaica for the under-20s. Don't know why. We got Clark and Krasnicki in the centre backs. Wisdom, right back. We got Bates, Harris as ball-winning midfielder and defensive midfielder. I decided to go with those two because they're kind of like the most defensively sound. Buckley, Ricketts, and Woods both on support wingers. I have McDonald as an attacking midfielder support and I have Overton as the centre forward. Also, just to let you guys know, I am employing a mid-block standard because, as you saw constantly, our defenders kept getting passed by faster players. So we're just going to go into the match and see how we go. I don't really expect to win this match since Spennymoor seems to just be doing so well. They're coming first. Nothing is slowing them down. I've actually played Spennymoor before. I've played as Spennymoor, and when I was in the Vanarama, and it's so easy to be a team like Spennymoor and to get out of the Vanarama North. Because, Spennymoor's team is so good. And Krasnicki's got a yellow card. Let's just hope our defense is rock solid today. Alright, so we got Clark with the throw in and Harris with a goal. Jay Harris. I was gonna say, I'm like, how was that not offside? That's why I wasn't excited. It looked like miles offside that was. Alright. We seem to be doing good in possession, but the problem is converting that possession into goals. We seem to be on top, though. So we got Wisdom to Krasnicki. I do want to beat Spennymoor and have, at least a decent run. I don't think I'm going to even come close to winning the FA Trophy, but I want to at least have a decent run since I got knocked out so early in FA Cup. And that was terrible from White. Alright, have the ball. Come on, tackle him. And it went over. Ooh, that was close. Alright, fielding. And they've scored. That's not the start I've hoped. I'm just going to demand more and go very attacking. Because we need to hit back with a goal. I think defensively, we've been okay. If this was the other tactic, they probably would have had about 10 to 15 shots by this point. So, and again, it's I don't know why. We're always really good in possession, but we just don't seem to score. Or when we do score, we score a lot. And it kind of has to be a lot because the scoreline ends up 5-7 or 5-3. Alright, we got Bates to White. He's running. He's going to pass. Yeah, he passes to Clark. Jay Harris. Ooh, that was an ambitious effort. And it almost paid off. I can't wait to finish this season and just get into this team and just destroy the construction of it and start building the team with my identity. Because, a lot of these players are either not good enough or too old. So I'm going to take off White for Gums and Bates for Williams. I'm going to demand more again. Oh, we've got a free kick. Williams usually pretty good at these. Oh, went over. It's only 1-0. Come on, boys. I'm going to do my third sub. I'm going to put on Gravozzi as an attacking midfielder. I'm going to let that run through, and then I'm going to demand more when I'm able to. Or if this turns into a goal, I will encourage. And it went over Buckley Ricketts. I'm demanding more for that. Come on. Let me demand more. There we go. That was unfortunate. That was the chance. It doesn't look like we're getting another. Oh, I might have spoke too soon. Clark with the throw in. Oh no. It's going to be their highlight, isn't it? Tackle him. Oh, it was another one of those the keeper was up type deals. Yeah, that's it. Damn. I'm not even mad at that defeat because just spending more just too good. I think it's going to be in the league that we need to worry about. So now that the FA Trophy is done with, we're going to show you the Scunthorpe and Peterborough game. Well, this is interesting. York are trying to give us £1,000 for Connor Wood. The only problem is that we just lack the depth and we just can't afford to be giving away our players, especially only for £1,000. I mean, come on. Got to do way better than that. Especially Connor Woods, who's like our best player that we have. Probably him and Krasnicki. Alright, guys, and here's the team for Scunthorpe. It's pretty much the same team that was for Spennymoor, except Lindsay is back, so let's see how it goes. Alright. Seems like we're cooking up something from the kickoff. So we got Clark, Krasnicki, Bates. Be careful with that passing. I made it shorter for a reason so they don't intercept all the passes. Oh, Lindsay, he's in. And Fitz, the keeper, saves it. But we got a corner. And it comes to nothing. I was hoping they would have gotten on the head of Krasnicki. But Bates has got a free kick and it went over. So I'd say in the first 2 minutes, they haven't even, it took them about 5 minutes to touch the ball, which I do find pretty funny. But we have started off well. Let's hope it doesn't come to nothing. They've got the ball at the moment. And Wisdom got out jumped by Roberts. Oh, come on, boys. You can do better than that. Demand more. Come on, please. I just found a tactic that I felt like worked. Please don't make me have to change it again. See, I'm just, and they've scored. I'm just going to bring it down to the fact that, Scunthorpe and Spennymoor are like two of the best teams in the division. And we're Warrington, a team who's supposed to be 22nd. So I'm just going to bring it down to the fact that they're just way too good for us. Okay, counterattack. So we got McDonald. He gets dispossessed, but Woods has got the ball. He's going to cross it, and that was a very ambitious cross, and the shot goes over. All right, Buckley Ricketts running down the wing. And he gets dispossessed. Alright, well. Oh, yeah, that's definitely offside. Yeah. Sometimes it's just obvious. And they got the ball back. It would be a shame. Okay, good. Atherton saved. I was going to say it would be a shame if they scored after we had scored an offside goal. Because that seems to happen a lot to me. I score an offside goal and then they immediately score a non-offside goal. All right, 2-0. I'm gonna take off Lindsay at halftime, and I'll keep on Buckley Ricketts just for a bit. I'm gonna demand more. See, if this was a team that I feel like we should be beating, I probably would have berated them, but it's Scunthorpe, and I mean, they used to be mega giants. They used to be giant killers, essentially, when they were in the championship. Ugh. Terrible header. Come on, boys. And they've scored again. Well, this is a shame. Protect Buckley Ricketts for Gravazzi and Wisdom for Declan Walker. I just hate the fact that we keep on flirting with that promotional spot and then we go on to immediately lose. But it is Scunthorpe. I think if we'd lost to Peterborough Sports in the next match, then I would start asking questions. Because they're coming 20th. But in other good news, the board have finally decided to give me money for the first coaching badge, which is pretty good. Oh God, it's 4-0. It's South Shields all over again. But it's not like the previous times where they would have like 50,000 shots against me. We're pretty even with the shots. It's just they've been clinical when I have not. Again, it goes back to the lack of quality. Come on, at least get a goal. Overtime with the goal. At least we're on the board. Oh, don't tell me there's going to be another 5-1. Alright, Walker's got the ball. To McDonald. To Overton. To Woods. Back to Woods. To Bates. To Overton. I thought he was going to shoot then. To Bates. To White. Is he going to cross? Oh. Walker. And it goes over. This has not been our day at all. And we actually started this game pretty well. It's just they took over and took charge. And my players are not happy. Although we are still only 10th and we have a game in hand. This club atmosphere, I mean, the dressing room is full of a bunch of flimsy flakes. I swear. Alright, well, let's see what Peterborough Sports has to offer us. Alright, everyone, here's the team for Peterborough Sports. Pretty much the same team. There's something I'd actually also forgotten to do in this video, and that was to show you Nathan Fraser. You're probably wondering if you've seen him in the past 2 matches. Yes, I also brought in a goalkeeper on loan. However, I decided for him to be my backup, even though I promised him to be the first choice, because I did not like that aerial reach at all. The fact that his aerial reach is 6 and Atherton's is 15, it's like night and day. I'm like, there's no way I'm playing Fraser. But anyway, it's pretty much the same team. What I'm going to do is I can excuse losing to both Scunthorpe and Spennymoor away. Because for starters, they were both away fixtures. And secondly, against 2 of the best teams in the division. I think if we end up losing to Peterborough Sports, then we might have another issue, and in the next video, I might have resorted to a new tactic. You can't really blame the tactic for the fact that 2 of the best teams in the league on their home turf beat us. But if it happens to Peterborough Sports who are 20th, then the tactics might have an issue. So I'm willing to give it one more chance. Just to see, because it worked so well before. And I thought that Scarborough game was like a one-off, but I don't know. We're giving it one last chance just to see if it can actually improve results. Alright. Hopefully, now that we're at home, we feel more comfortable on the ball. Because in both the Spennymoor and the Scunthorpe match, I don't even think I was that bad. It's just they were too good. So we got Buckley Ricketts, passes off to Clark, to Krasnicki, to Harris, back to Wisdom. Wisdom's running down the ring. Okay, McDonald's got the ball. Bates. And it was saved by the keeper. I honestly feel like there was a real opportunity there that we kind of squandered by being too patient. I felt like when Woods had the ball the first time, he should have crossed it in centrally. But it's a good start from us. Let's just hope we can keep it up. And somehow, Michael Gash is still playing. Oh no, oh no, okay. Oh, okay, Atherton saved it. That worried me for a minute. I just hope the terrible play morale doesn't affect this game too much. Because, they get antsy at, the littlest things. And again, we've defended well. Good defending, boys. See, that's the defending I'm used to seeing. Alright, we got a corner. Krasnicki passes it to Bates and it gets saved. Aim it for Krasnicki's head. The guy's 6'4". He surely will get on the end of it. No one knows where the ball's going to end up, but at least his head gets to the ball. Alright, Lindsay with the cross. Well, I don't even know what you call it. A cross? I guess it would be a cross. Because he hits it into the... And Ricketts just barely misses it wide. Oh, Overton. Oh, I thought he was going to get to the ball then. Lindsay to Bates. He's passing it to Overton. He gets the ball back, and what a goal by Gabriel Overton. I'm going to praise him for that. Great bit of play by him, even though I'm praising the entire team. Although I do feel like we have started well, so it deserves some praise. Just hope they don't become complacent. See, this is like more of what I felt. Against teams that are just naturally better than us, I don't think we have a chance. But against a team of our level, I think we should win. Especially with the possession that we have. We're really good with possession. That I've noticed. I can't even think of a game where... Maybe the South Shields game? But even that game, I think we had more possession than they did. Just we couldn't score. Alright, so I'm going to take off Lindsay for White. And Harris for Walker. Alright. Let's hope we can just ground out a result. Oh no, they've got a corner. Oh. Okay, hit him on the counter attack with Buckley Ricketts. He has the ball. To McDonald. To White. Buckley Ricketts, what's he going to do? Oh my God, White and Buckley Ricketts got in each other's way. But we retained possession. And what was that? Oh, but Overton. Woods with the goal. That was very clunky. Players didn't know what each other were doing. They were running into each other's way, but it somehow paid off for me. I'm not going to praise them for that. That was overly clunky. And then with the last bit, I'll probably take off Buckley Ricketts for Gravazzi. And we should seal out a 2-0 victory here. And that's what we do. Alright, so it seems like the tactic is intact. And with that win, the players should not be as grumpy or in a mood. And you know what? All these teams that have played 21, if we win, we could still somehow be in the playoffs. Alright, guys. Okay, so I'm trying to think of when to next bring you guys back because we only have league matches now. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I will come back at the end of January. Okay, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll come back at the end of January just to show you if I end up getting any new players in or loans. Probably play the Chorley, Boston, and Curzon games. And then what I'll do is I'll come back for the beginning of August and play the last 4 matches in the video afterwards. So we're going to end the season in 2, maybe 3 videos. It depends on if we're in the playoffs. So that's probably what I'm going to do. So just a reminder of what I was talking about. Next video, come back February. The video after that, come back in April to see whether we're in the playoffs or not. But if I'm not in the playoffs, I'll probably play the last 4 matches. If I am in the playoffs, I'll probably play until it gets confirmed whether we're in the playoffs or not. And then we would have another video for playoffs, but it depends. And looking at it, there is a possibility. I'm not going to say strong possibility that we could end up in the playoffs, but the possibility is still there all the same. So, thanks again for watching, guys. If you happen to enjoy the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it and help me out. So, thanks again for watching, guys, and see ya.